Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Christopher's Entertainment Blog. I am your host, Chris. Welcome to my recap and review for Legends of Tomorrow. This is Season 1, Episode 2. This is the pilot, the second part of the pilot, which I really felt like they should have had the Part 1 and Part 2 last week. But, uh, they didn't. So now we're here at the second half of the pilot. Last week's I thought was okay. I was a little bit underwhelmed. I felt it, you can watch that video I did last week, but I was really hoping that this week's would be great, and it came true. This week's episode, I really enjoyed the second half of the pilots. I thought it was awesome. I There was a lot more action in it, a lot less setup, and just a lot more action and story there. That actually, let's go into like what we're doing. I mean, what we're doing in 1975. I mean, the first half of the pilot, the last week was just all setup of like a half hour of should we go on this adventure or not, and then like the last half was like the best part. This week was all action, all great stuff going on. Um, we see Rip Hunter. Uh, you know, not Rip. It was Vandal Savage. We have Vandal Savage. More Vandal Savage in this. I think he's awesome. I think that guy does a really great job as Vandal Savage. And a nice little cameo from Damien Dark. That whole scene, with Damien Dark showing up, I thought that was great. Um, and you see, both Damien Dark and Vandal Savage together there. That little like terrorist thing going on. That was kind of cool. Uh, I mean, there's so much happening on this show. I mean, you have this whole team. They go off on their own. They do their own thing here and there. You have Ray leaving a piece of his suit behind, which I was just like, wow, how does that happen? Um, but I think who really shined in this episode, I like Sarah. Sarah did a very good job in this episode. She just gets in there and does her thing, and it's awesome. Uh, Dr. Stein, I think, was probably the central point of this episode. And then he sees his younger self, that whole situation. It's so complicated. It shows that the timeline is very fragile because one minute he's married, the next minute he's not, and it's just like, oh wow, that's terrible. Now he's going to have to deal with that. I mean, but they get it fixed at the end, and it was all good. Um, but him dealing with his younger self, a lot of that stuff was hilarious. What they did, very funny stuff. Um, and then we had the stuff with uh, not it was Rory, Mick, Rory, Ray, and Snart when they go into that place to get the dagger, and you see that Heatwave and Captain Cold, they're really out for themselves. I mean, they want to do bad things. They want to steal stuff. I mean, you see that. But there is some good in them because they don't want the whole planet to be destroyed. Because when they see like what happens, the potential destruction of the city in future years, uh, they're pissed about it. They don't want that. They want to be like thieves and get rich and everything, but they don't want to have the entire planet be nothing because if it's nothing, then they don't have nothing. So they're really out for themselves, but they show that there is some good there, that they don't want everything to be destroyed. So that that's their everyone's goal comes together that they don't want things to be destroyed. So somehow they're working with Snart and Heatwave. I don't know, but it brings something. It brings some something to the team. This element. Not only do you have all these good guys, but you have these two bad guys that can turn on you in a second. But it makes for very interesting collaboration. It really does. Um, we find out about this dagger, that the dagger was like a poem or something. Only Hawk Girl can wield it because Carter Hawkman wielded that. I thought he killed Vandal Savage. I was like, well, that was easy. How are they going to explain that? But he turns the tables and he kills Carter. He kills Hawkman. I was like, wow, that was not. I wasn't expecting that at all. We find out that only Hawkgirl can wield that weapon because it was her gift, or it was given to her. So, and I was surprised they killed Carter off. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, I would have to think that he comes back. I mean, obviously he like gets reincarnated or whatever, so he's not dead, but I was surprised, and she gets wounded too, and that whole situation. So that I was surprised by that. I wasn't expecting like on the second episode that to happen so quickly like that. So I mean, who else is in danger in this show that get killed off and then maybe go back in time to save? I mean, there's a lot of weird stuff they can do with this show because they're in a time machine essentially. So I mean, they can do really what anything they want. I mean, they can kill off one character, go back in time, save that character, bring him back. I mean, it's just like, or get a future or a past self of somebody and bring them in. I mean, they can do all these weird things with this show. But I tell you that the whole fight scene at the mansion with the dagger, that whole thing was awesome. I mean, Firestorm flying around. I mean, you got the Atom shrinking and punching people and everything. It's like this show is just like insane. It's just like um, so much awesome fight scenes and choreography. I mean, there's so much stuff happening on screen at one time. It's just like it's hard to keep track of. Um, but I really enjoyed the episode, guys. A lot of funny stuff happening. The fight scenes were great. This story was a lot more action packed. Surprised me with Carter's death at the end. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. Um, so, but yeah, guys, awesome episode. Really enjoyed it. And it's just like, where are they going to go next? Can't wait for next week's episode. But if there's anything I might have missed, guys, that you guys want to talk about, please write in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Would appreciate it. But that will do it for me for this week for Legends of Tomorrow recap and review. I am Chris for Christopher's Entertainment Blog. Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy.